Welcome back. I hope you guys are feeling good. Don't know when I'll upload this, so I can't say because, But this should be like right after the next one, like either that same day or not, but I'm not for sure. So, welcome back. Christy is there in the garage. She's going through the files full of articles on criminal cases. How did the investigation go? Suzu and I tell Christy what we discovered. I see. I can see Christy's mind working. Hey, Lord Puff. You know who those posters and that bit of say stationery you found? Could they be linked to Hanayome? I mean, I figured as much, but I'm not for sure. There might have been someone who was killed, who's caught up in an accident and killed. Sorry, my eyes moved faster than my darn brain. And if that's the case, then she glanced over at the files. The dates were 5 years ago, right? Then there might be an article on what happened here in these files. Let's get Ida to help out too. Go get a move on. Go, go, go. All four of us begin reading through the files. The clippings range from the smallest dispute to the most heinous crimes in each city. But they're all dated 5 years ago or earlier. Did they get stored in the garage because they were old? After a while, I think I found it. The date matches the poster and the victim's name is Sekiro. Suzu lays the file on the desk and we all peer at it. Now, I know it's 5 years ago, but it shouldn't look this raggedy or messed up. Like, come on, y'all. You know what? Okay. Whatever. The file had articles about the incident that happened 5 years ago. The victim's name was Sekiro Hasegawa, whatever. Sekiro H. Apparently, she committed suicide in the forest by H Castle on the eve of her wedding. She was in her dress when she was found. So it does match up. Oh my god. Suzu, I'm gonna say Zuzu again. You probably shouldn't read anymore. It's pretty bad. Thanks, Ida. I was right. Yeah, dog. But this is Suzu. I want to know more about Hanayome. I feel like I need to do this. She's cringing, but she sounds determined. Between this and sneaking out at night, she's a surprisingly brave kid. She is kind of brave for her. Maybe she doesn't have her father either, because she hasn't mentioned her dad at all. So maybe she doesn't have her father as well. It's rather odd for someone her age. I remember now. This happened back when I used to be a news anchor. Okay, see, I'm catching the voices now on who it is. Christy murder's just loud enough to hear. Then do you know the whole story? It was horrible. It's hard to recount. A woman was abducted by a gang while she was walking her dog. They brought her to the forest. Wait. If she's in her wedding dress, why is she walking her dog in her wedding dress? I'm so confused. Like, hold on. Why would she be walking her dog in a wedding dress? That's crazy. Don't do that. People, don't do that. Sorry, I had to burp. I didn't want to burp you guys here. They brought her to the forest and assaulted her. People found her battered and staggering along the road the next day. The dog was run over and and killed near the forest when it chased after them. Oh, poor little doggy. Oh, that's horrifying. Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Sekiro's H misfortune. Ida somberly cuts in. His usual grin is somehow to be found. It's well known in the article, but her assault was photographed? Oh my god. I'm glad they don't have the pictures up here because I would not have been able to take that. I'm so sad. Like, I'm not, excuse my language, I am not a pussycat. I can handle stuff like that. But to think that somebody would go out of their way to hurt somebody for absolutely no reason and then film it really makes my blood boil. Nobody deserves to be assaulted or hurt like that. Sexually assaulted is probably one of the things that they're talking about, and no one deserves that whatsoever. So it's wrong all around, and it makes me angry. The pictures were sent to her fiance. Oh my god. They threatened to make them public if he didn't. Oh, sorry, I forgot this was I was gonna call him Choji. Jesus. They threatened to make them public if he didn't pay up. I heard he gave them a ton of money to get the photos and the negatives. Is that true, Christy? Yeah, I heard that as well. Because of all that, Miss Sekiro had a mental breakdown, and in the end, she hung herself. She'd been a serious, honest woman, so she just couldn't bear it. Poor thing. The cruel fate of a woman attacked before her wedding. We fall silent as that reality weighs on us. Suzu timidly speaks up, her face pale. Maybe there's a connection between what happened to Miss Hasegawa and Hanayomi's phone boxes. According to the article, the incident was wrecked. Her life took place near the phone box. This is so bad. And there's people out here suffering from that now, and they're having to live with it on their mind. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people that had to deal with that. And sometimes it weighs heavy on my mind. It takes a lot to not think about it. But when I'm reading stories like this, it kind of makes my mind jump back to that. And I'm sharing this with you guys because sometimes sharing your story helps another person out. So, I mean, if it helps somebody out, let me know. Don't put it in the comment section. Please do not put in the comment section because you know how cruel the internet can be. You can send me a personal message, send me an email, anything like that. Go to Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. Just don't put it in the comments because people can be really cruel. I don't care if people talk about me and make fun of that situation with me. I don't care about that. But I don't want you guys getting hurt. So please do not put it in the comment section below. Send me a personal message. Just don't put it in the comments. The incident that wrecked her life took place near the phone box. She was abducted by the park and assaulted by the rest area. She was found wandering near the parking lot on a highway. Sorry, I'm so used to having H in front of everything. The phone booth connected Hanaomi and Sekiro Hasegawa. Sorry, I had to take a second to myself for a second. Whew. The coincidence sends a shiver down my spine. So that note we found by the phone booth, did Sekiro's fiance write it? Most likely. What's strange is it was there and not where she committed suicide. Did Hanaomi put it there? Maybe she was telling us something. I have no clue how spirits think, but if Suzu's right, then that note is the important clue for us. I seem to recall Miss Sekito's fiance was a famous musician. As a result, the case was widely public. Jesus. And of course, they throw it all in the public and everybody can hear it and stuff, and she's not to relive it because she got to see it all over TV and everything else. It happened right after a return from the romantic trip in Greece. Old ladies were sobbing about how it made it all the more tragic. And the poor dog they brought on the trip died. The poor dog too. Heroically as well. Where's the fiance now? Well, he began acting strange due to the shock and then went missing. Some say her suicide was to follow him. But he wasn't the only one who disappeared. It sounds like all the culprits went missing too. You hear about this online too? Well, something like that. The internet wasn't the same back then. There were only hubs. Hubs? Like pre-internet chat rooms? Everyone was talking about it in one of the occult hubs back then. There was one in the community who knew way too much. I think it was one of the culprits. He brought up a bunch of things like taking pictures and all that. No, don't. I would say, please don't show me the pictures. I can't bear it. That's gonna really boil my blood. I might have to really stop the video right now. It's only 11 minutes in. I bet those were pictures of the assault. Yeah, that's right. After they were finished, those buttholes. Sorry, I didn't want to cuss. I'm sorry. Those buttholes got the camera out and took pictures of her. Her face soaked with tears. The whole time she yelled, "Don't look! Don't look!" Don't look, huh? Hanayome was an extreme reaction to being seen by others. He kept going on about it night after night until he suddenly stopped posting. People who knew him said they couldn't contact him at all. These guys deserve to die, but still it's really creepy, you know? I don't think they even deserve to die. They deserve to rot in jail. I don't think anybody really deserves to die. I mean, you die, but I mean, I don't think anybody just actually deserves to die, no matter how bad they are. I do think a couple of people deserve to get punched in the face. I do believe a couple of them deserve to be in jail, but I don't really think that people deserve to die. Not even die, just be killed by somebody, no. Suddenly, a line from the note pops up into my head. I'll dispel all of your headache. Oh. Hey, Christy. Do you happen to know exactly where the forest Sekito killed herself? I was a reporter at the time, so I'd go to the location. But that was 5 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like I went west from the big arch at the entrance. So you're really going to go? Yeah. We might be able to figure out something about Hanayome. Okay, mister. I'll do my best. I didn't say you could go. I was going to take Christy. I guess we gotta take her. I mean, we don't have to take her. We can go back to Koji Mansion and do it. But, I mean, we got her. Depending on how this episode goes, when we get to the forest, I might stop it and then just do another episode and then just upload 3 of these. Hearing her speak, I had the impression that she had been raised well, but now that I'm out alone with her like this, it's not just that. She's, how do I put it? This is a little late but I hope we get along. Should I call you Mr. Puff? That sounds old. No. Just, Mr. is fine. Having you call me by my first name is kinda... I'm sorry. That was rude of me. That's right. She's strangely mature. Suzu. Is it alright if I call you that? Yes. Just Suzu is fine, sorry. Okay. So, what do your parents do? Sorry, I was looking at my phone, you guys. Yeah, it's kind of out of the blue to ask that, but we might be in life and death situations. Even if she's just a kid, I'd like to know what kind of person she is. Right now, I'm only living with my mom. She pushes herself every day. Pushes herself? Does that mean she's a career woman who works hard at her job? I see. Sorry for the random question. Not at all. She lives alone with her mother who works every day, which means she's basically living alone. That must be why she's so mature. Ooh, that scared me a little bit. Just then, the tires hit a bump in the road. I could see a square gray object in the back seat. Oh God, it's a ghost in the back seat through the rearview mirror. Is that thing back there yours? No, that's Ida's. He said it was a CD radio cassette player. Who has one of those nowadays? Jesus Christ, that's old. A radio cassette player? Well, I think this might be set in an old environment. Because if you think about the date when Hanaomi died, it's only like 5 years ahead of that. So, still like kind of old. A radio cassette player? Why? He said we might need music while we drive. Want to listen to something? Sure. No, I'll pass. Me personally, I would have been like, yeah, turn something on so I didn't think about spooky skeleton ghosts coming and jumping through the window. The conversation grinds to a halt after that. It's like there's an invisible person between us. Please don't let it be a ghost in the car with us. After falling silent for a while, Suzu finally speaks up again. It's only to make sense for the conversation to turn one direction. This mark. Did Hanaomi really do this? I don't know for sure, but I think that's a natural assumption. Oh, I guess so. Suddenly, it dawns on me. Why does this kid want to treat the spirit like it's evil? I don't think she's treating it like it's evil. No. Maybe it's just Hanaomi specifically. I think it said isn't. I think I'm tripping and I misread that. Why does this kid not want to treat the spirit? Yeah, not want to treat. Okay, yeah. I had to go back to make sure I read that right. But as I was going to say, she's not treating the spirit bad. She's not. She's really doesn't want to think it's bad because these marks didn't start appearing until recently, and she's been helping out a lot of people. That would be the best. What would? I mean, if Hanaomi were really a nice spirit, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Her grin at me is revealed. It was really sorry. I smiled back at her stiffly. A weight of the pit is in my stomach. Okay, it's a little kid. Relax, Puff. Like, Jesus. Like, you making it sound like this, like you on your first date or something. It's a child. You don't have to do much to it. Feed it. Put some cartoons in front of it. Entertain it a little bit. It's easy. If that's really true, that we can get through this without anyone dying. The problem is, that's impossible. I lightly rub my wrist as I watch Susie smile out the corner of my eye. Yeah, I really hope so. It's a kid, Puff. Relax. Relax. Oh God, I want to come back to this place. Huh? We're going to go in the forest? Yeah. Suzu is understandably terrified. Anyone would be. In her shoes, no one wants to go into a dark forest at night, especially a famous suicide spot. We'll be okay as long as we're careful. I won't believe what I said for a minute. I don't believe what I said for a minute. It's just something you say at times like this. Yeah, sure. Okay. It's supposed to be west of the gate. I look to the west of the gate again, but there's no sign of a trail. Suddenly, Suzu's face stiffens. What's wrong? It just got cold. Ooh! Look, I'm terrified of dogs. Is that a dog? Is that... They look like a person. I follow their gaze, and I see low shadow dashing out of the darkness. A dog? It certainly seemed like one. It kicks up the dirt with 4 legs, but it looks off somehow. Its fur is, oh my God, it's long and disheveled, and from certain angles it looks human. It does look human, like it looks like a person more than a dog. The dog stares at us, growling softly. What is that? Are you trying to tell us something? Mom said you're not supposed to talk nice to a dog like that. She said to be firm, like its master. That's how you train them. If you give it attention, the dog will think it has power over you. So ignore it and stay quiet, huh? I guess that's true for humans too. Powerful people tend to ignore others. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Dog barked loudly, then vanishes into the western underbush. The moment it's gone, the chill in the air depletes like it was never there. Sorry, I was burping. Is it trying to tell us that we should go that way? Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. I'm sick of following animals. First the bunny rabbit, now the man dog. I don't want to follow man dogs. I shined a flashlight on the spot where the dog disappeared. A now familiar pain shoots through my wrist. Yeah, we know. The marked color grows more vivid. A few hours until death closes in. So this is a short one. There's probably not much time left. We better hurry. Let's check the bushes over there. New information has been added. Investigate force again. So guess what we're gonna do, you guys? We are gonna stop it right here. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. I love playing this game. I am really enjoying it. And you guys love it. So thank you guys so much. And I will see all you lovely people in the next video.